kids! It's nice having you in class again. I welcome you to another interesting lesson. I hope you enjoyed our previous lesson where we talked about our environment and also how to take care of our environment. We have a very interesting topic today, which is storage. Method of storage. When you hear the word storage, what do you think about? Now let's see the definition of storage. Storage means keeping things for future use. Food is stored by almost every human in our society. Every human in our society store food, and also by many animals, not just humans storing their foods, also animals they store their food. Storage of food is very important for the family. We have some items for storage. We have some items that we can store and keep for future use. Some of these items are fish, meat, yam and potatoes, grains, vegetables. You can see we have the perishable goods and also the non-perishable goods. These items are stored for future use. Now let's see how grandpa and grandma store their things in the olden days. How do grandpa and grandma store their items like food in the olden days? We have so many ways we can store our food in the olden days. Some of these ways are: the first one, we have the meat and the fish. Now in the olden days, grandpa and grandma they store their meat and their fish by drying and smoking. This is how they preserve their meat and the fish. They dry and smoke them. Now let's see another item. We have yam and potatoes. Yam and potatoes. Yam and potatoes are stored in the olden days by burns, cutting, and stacking them. When we say stacking them, we mean putting them together in one place. We also have grains. Grains like your millet, your rice, and your maize. In the olden days, they stored their grains by drying them. If they don't want to dry them, they bag them up to keep them safe from being eaten by insects. Then we also have our vegetables. Our vegetables are being stored by cooking and selling. In the olden days, grandpa and grandma they stored their vegetables by cooking them or by sealing them. When we say sealing, you put them in the nylon and tie them. If you should tie them, it don't get spoiled easily. Then let's see how we store our items now. How do we store our meat, fish, grains, and vegetables now? This is known as the new method of storage. The way grandpa and grandma store their foods in the olden days, that's not how we store our foods in the present day. We have meat and fish. Now we store our meat and fish in the refrigerator, which is known as refrigeration. That means we put our fish and meat inside the freezer. It helps us to preserve them. We have yam and potatoes. Yam and potatoes are not preserved by stacking them. When we say stacking them, we put them together. We keep them in one place so that it will not get spoiled easily. Then we also have grains. When we say grains, how do we store grains now? We store them by drying, bagging, and silo. Have you ever heard of the word silo? Silo is a large method that we keep our grains. It's mostly used by the farmers. We can keep our maize, rice, and millet in the silo. Let's see why we store food. Number one, to prepare for periods of famine. Two, to take advantage of surplus food at harvest. Three, to prepare for special events. While four, to plan for emergencies. We also store things so we can use them later. We can also store things to keep them fresh. We can store perishable foods and non-perishable foods. Perishable foods are foods that get spoiled easily, while non-perishable foods are foods that does not get spoiled easily. We have perishable foods like vegetables, tomatoes, and pepper. They get spoiled easily. Now it's question time. Yay! It's time for our question. You know how we do it? You put your answers in the comment box. Our question for today is, mention 2 ways of storing things in the olden days. We've come to the end of this class. I know you had fun learning today. I can't wait to see you in my next class. Bye.